I'm back with another Front Row Talk podcast, the podcast with expensive opinions. This is episode 119. Before I get started, make sure you subscribe, you like, you comment, and you share this episode. Check the description down below where I have my link for my Instagram and TikTok and Twitter. Before I get started, make sure you tune into last week's episode 118, where I talked about the NBA off-season. And I kind of introduced some of the potential trades that could have happened. This episode 119, a week later, I want to still talk about the NBA offseason. It's not over. I mean, it just started. But it's certain, moves that has happened since, and I want to address it. So let's get straight into this episode. So since last week, I know I talked about the Paul George coming to Golden State. And I was pretty excited, but I didn't seem so excited because I never really try to get excited until it actually happens, because it's not just one team trying to get a guy, it's multiple teams. And especially if you're a Warriors fan, you know how frustrating it could be that the front office moves the way they do. So for those who don't know, I'm pretty sure everybody knows by now, Paul George is a 76er. Funny thing is he did want to come to the Warriors, and the Warriors were to accept him. But what happened was that the Clippers did not want to help the Warriors out, and they just let him become a free agent, and they didn't even get nothing back for him. I guess they came to that conclusion. Had he came to the Warriors, I'm pretty sure they would have got Moody, Wiggins. I mean, the package could have been even had Kuminga. I don't know how the package would have specifically looked, but the Clippers definitely would have had something in return, a potential player too that could help them out next season, but they didn't. They didn't want to go through with the deal, and they just let Paul George walk. And think about after that, about a day or two later, Paul George became a 76er. So Embiid, you got what you wished for. I remember Embiid. I don't know if you guys seen that, but Embiid was basically hinting that he wanted Paul George, and he actually got Paul George as a teammate, and they extended Maxey. So, I mean, that's something that they should look forward to. Something else about the Warriors, though, pretty sad, pretty crazy. But Klay Thompson is no longer a Golden State Warrior. I don't think I've ever would have said this until they retired. I really thought they were going to retire together. I mean, I think majority of people thought they were going to retire together. But, some things have to come to an end, and I guess that's what it was for, Klay Thompson and the Warriors. I mean, if you haven't read the reports, he basically said that he felt miserable last season. And he also told Steph to not go to the front office and, tell him to pay him. They kind of wanted to see if the front office was going to pay him without Steph's word, just to see probably if they, valued him or respected him in some type of way. So that happened. And then there was talks that, Klay started saying goodbye to a lot of, high-positioned people in Golden State in the Warriors organization. So I'm guessing that was just from people, from players to managers or whatever the case may be. It kind of became more and more official. It was more so, the question was, is he leaving? The question was, where is he going to? But of course, until it happened, like till then, I was still like, damn, it's kind of hard to accept. But he ended up signing with the Mavs, and I'm not mad at that, to be honest. He's just going to a team who just went to the finals. Great people on that team, Luka, Kyrie, great ball handlers, people who could get him open. I just hope everything goes good for him. Of course, I still got to root for my Warriors, but it's going to definitely take some use to see Klay in a Mavs jersey from now on. It's pretty crazy, not gonna lie. Also, the NBA draft happened, and I mean, the most talked move was, or the most talked draft was Bronny being drafted into the Lakers. I think we all knew that was gonna happen. LeBron emphasized that he wanted to play with his son way before his son was in draft talks, and he got drafted number 55, if I'm not mistaken, to the Lakers. So he is playing with LeBron. That's some legendary stuff, playing with your son. playing in the league before you had your son to playing like with your son, that's insane. Um, I mean, hopefully everything will good for Bronny. No hate towards him. I know a lot of people kind of be weird. Uh, but yeah, I mean, he made it to the league. Now he just got to prove himself. He's going to have pressure at all times. Pretty sure he knows that himself. But, as long as he just stays locked in, doesn't get too comfortable, I feel like he'll reach his potential. What else happened? The bond today, if I'm not mistaken, earlier today, he had he agreed to a 2-year contract. I think it was like 104 mil, something like that. I might be wrong. Something like that. Yeah. So he agreed to that, and it was kind of crazy because LeBron was trying to recruit Klay Thompson, and that was pretty funny because I was like, damn, if you go to the if you go to the Lakers, I'll really fell away. Damn, my eye. If you see me with my eye like this, because I have allergies. But yeah, so that not happened. What else happened? I talked about the next move. I think that's really been it. PG to the 76ers. Oh, the Warriors are trying to get Lauri Markkanen from the Utah Jazz. I feel like that would be a great pickup. A great pickup. He's tall. He could score. He could rebound. And I think that they owe it to Steph, especially now since Klay walked out. They also picked up Kyle Anderson, and they picked up Melton. He was from the Grizzlies. I think he's 6'6", or no, I'm lying, 6'4", 6'3", if I'm not mistaken. It's a good guard. But moves like that, of course, it's just role player moves who do become very important in the late stretch of the season. But Kyle Anderson, I'm a big fan of that. He's 6'6", he's tall. He's a good passer, and I think in crunch time, he's there to make the plays that you need him to make. Also, Buddy Hield, but I don't think the Buddy Hield trade is like 100% yet. I think it's still like pending. I don't know what specifically is going on with that, but I think it'll fall through probably in the next day or two. But yeah, I think the Warriors is just waiting for the addition of Lauri Markkanen. I think somebody was posting on Twitter that he recently followed Draymond on Instagram. But like I said, I don't really get hyped with things like that anymore. Because, look, Paul George could have been a Warrior. He said he wanted to be a Warrior. The Warriors was going to accept him. But the Clippers didn't, let it happen. You could call it being petty, being haters. Some people would, agree with it because they probably don't want to help a team in their conference. But with Lauri Markkanen, I'm just waiting to get that notification, and then I could, get hype. But I'm done getting hype before it happens, because then, I just start building expectations, and then when it don't happen, I'll be like, damn, and then, But yeah, that's more so how my team has improved. A lot of teams, they haven't really, improved like that. There's been key moves. I think Bruce Brown is now. Where did Bruce Brown go? Damn, I forgot. I think he's in. Damn, I forgot. I know Bruce Brown is in a new team. It's a couple. It's still a lot to go though. Like, it's still so early on in the off season, so not a lot has happened. But yeah, the biggest moves is PG 76ers, Klay to the Mavs, and then the rest is just pending. We shall see. Hopefully next week, I come on here. I might talk about it a bit more if there's anything that escalates in off season. I might not. Let's see. It all depends. But yeah, that's really it for this episode. Make sure you subscribe, you like, you comment, you share this video. Check the description down below. Your boy Salsita is out.